I won't let my active psoriatic arthritis joint symptoms define me.
Emerge as you. Tremfya guselkumab is proven to significantly reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Some patients even reported less fatigue as assessed by survey 1 week prior. Results may vary. Tremfya is taken by injection 6 times a year after 2 starter doses at weeks 0 and 4.
Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of infection, including fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough. Tell your doctor if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Emerge as you. Learn more about Tremfya, including important safety information, at tremfya.com or call 1-877-578-3527. See our ad in Food and Wine magazine. For patients prescribed Tremfya, cost support may be available.
Hey, small business leaders. Have you ever thought there's got to be an easier way to do all this busy work? With JustWorks all-in-one platform, you can check all the boxes, run payroll in 90 seconds, access premium benefits, take care of tax reports, and even hire internationally through JustWorks EOR. Any questions? Reach out to expert staff for real human support. Plus, transparent pricing guaranteed. Visit justworks.com/podcast to join the thousands of small businesses that trust JustWorks to take care of payroll, benefits, compliance, and more.
Welcome back to Everyday Economics, the podcast that helps you learn about the economic world happening around you every day. I'm your host, Chris Krug, CEO of the 501c3 nonprofit, nonpartisan Franklin News Foundation. Everyday Economics, a production of America's Talking Network. You can subscribe to all of our podcasts at americastalking.com. To support Everyday Economics, please make a tax-deductible charitable contribution by clicking the link in the show description. We are recording today's episode on Friday, June 7th, and joining me as always, my friend and colleague, Dr. Orphe Divounguy, PhD economist. Dr. O, the housing market, to which you're very tightly attuned, is continues to be interesting. I signed up for a number of emails because I've played around with the idea of departing from my suburban enclave in Chicago to go somewhere else. And man, it's a seller's market right now where I am. I mean, the volume isn't necessarily there, but the prices that are coming in are numbers that I've not seen before.
It's interesting you say that. It's so interesting you say that. Have you checked out the Zillow Market Heat Index?
Not recently, but I have, and I think it's a good tool.
It's exactly what you're saying, right? The market, it's still a seller's market for most of the country. And prices are rising still. Mortgages are high, prices are rising. It makes it hard for buyers, but ultimately not a lot of inventory, and so you still have mostly a seller's market.
So according to the folks at Zillow, just to kind of bring this home, in my community, my 1 year overall growth in the zip code where I live, 8.9% in the past 1 year.
There's a big however, though. I think the tide is turning. I think that you're going to start to see a bit of slowing in some of the major markets across the country, especially in places where you've seen a massive increase in inventory, like in the Texas markets and Florida markets. And those markets are definitely going to swing in favor of buyers. Nationwide, inventory is up almost 20% year over year, maybe even slightly higher than 20% year over year. So inventory is definitely coming back. While it's still lower than it was before the pandemic, roughly 33% lower, the increase in inventory when compared to last year tells me a couple of things. For one, we can see the supply of homes coming on the market has increased. New listings up on a year over year basis by a lot. For two, because demand has slowed, because of affordability challenges, demand has slowed and is not increasing as fast as the supply of housing. And so you have a situation where the new homes coming on the market are not being absorbed by buyers. Buyers are just kind of eased off the accelerator and demand is slowing. And so when you have higher supply but slowing demand, you end up with more inventory, more homes sitting on the market for longer. And that's why the Zillow forecast for home values is that home values could actually decrease on a year-over-year basis by the end of this year.
So do you have any price per square foot data at the ready? I mean, in terms of like what the buyer would be spending on a square foot now, say, versus a year ago or 2 years ago? Has there been a significant increase there?
I do not have it at the ready, but yes, there has. And the reason there has been is because builders are building smaller homes to start with, right? And so you see all of the newer builds are basically shrinking. The number of homes that are detached single-family homes that are being started every year since 2021 has decreased. The number of starts for attached homes, townhomes, and condos essentially has increased. The square footage of homes has been somewhat flat at about 2,200. I want to say 2,200, 2,300 square feet for single-family homes in the past couple of years. Decreased a lot since before the pandemic. It's decreased by about 200 square feet when compared to before the pandemic. And so price per square foot has increased. Although I would say though, because lot prices have increased, lot sizes are smaller. And so without a decrease in the size of homes this past year, the share of the lot taken up by the home has actually increased from roughly 31% a year ago to 33% this year.
So what else is happening in this space right now? What other considerations should be made?
I think the good news is the market is adjusting, it's loosening, right? We had such tight inventory during the pandemic, and then after, when interest rates increased and supply kind of felt pulled back substantially, right? We had such a tight housing market, and now the housing market is loosening somewhat. And the loosening in the housing market is likely to bring more easing price growth and potentially price declines in some markets. And I think that's good news for buyers that can still afford to buy in the current mortgage rate environment.
Well, I appreciate your insights as always. For Dr. Orphe Divounguy, this has been Chris Krug. Subscribe to Everyday Economics and dozens of other quality podcasts at americastalking.com.
I won't let my active psoriatic arthritis joint symptoms define me.
Emerge as you. Tremfya guselkumab is proven to significantly reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Some patients even reported less fatigue as assessed by survey 1 week prior. Results may vary. Tremfya is taken by injection 6 times a year after 2 starter doses at weeks 0 and 4.
Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of infection, including fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough. Tell your doctor if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Emerge as you. Learn more about Tremfya, including important safety information, at tremfya.com or call 1-877-578-3527. See our ad in Food and Wine magazine. For patients prescribed Tremfya, cost support may be available.
Hey, small business leaders. Have you ever thought there's got to be an easier way to do all this busy work? With JustWorks all-in-one platform, you can check all the boxes, run payroll in 90 seconds, access premium benefits, take care of tax reports, and even hire internationally through JustWorks EOR. Any questions? Reach out to expert staff for real human support. Plus, transparent pricing guaranteed. Visit justworks.com/podcast to join the thousands of small businesses that trust JustWorks to take care of payroll, benefits, compliance, and more.